Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stronge, episode 19. Now, the last time I got to join you was Stronkomania 250, and after a hiatus from Stronk for a while, we are back with a nice, wonderful episode of Stronge, the flagship brand here in Stronk. This is where all of the great action is going to be taking place. And to start off the night, we have Xander, who is undeniably one of the top stars here in Stronk, taking on Kenshi, who has really been making a name for himself recently, including a couple victories against Xander himself. Now, they're going to be facing each other in the Hell in a Cell here on Stronge. Now, it's really exciting to join you once again for commentary, and I'm glad that I got the opportunity to continue commentating. I'm hoping to continue doing this as long as possible, as Stronk has recently gotten a much larger budget, and that includes Stronge, so I get to come back for Stronge as well. You might even see me on the next episode of Stronk. Who knows how much commentary I'm going to be able to do for you. Sadly, my colleague Craig could not make it, but I will still be commentating this by myself, and hopefully it will be just as good for you guys. I'm hoping that this is going to be an exciting night here, this episode of Stronge here in Tucson, Arizona. Everyone is excited to see Xander face Kenshi in the Hell in the Cell to continue their feud that they've been building up for quite some time now. Will Kenshi finally be able to make a name for himself and really cement himself as a main event star by beating Xander once again? I feel like this match could really be the match to send him over the edge. So now let's introduce the two competitors in this matchup right now. And here he is, El Idolo, Xander, the face of Stronk, the first Stronk World Champion in Stronk V, ready to make his way down to the ring. Formerly known as the Inspector, Inspector Xander, dropping that title when he joined the Shield. Now he is just known as Xander. He's abandoned everything in his past. He abandoned Johnny Stronk, he abandoned Brennan Williams, and now he's out on his own. Really made a name for himself. He did tag alongside the Shield for quite some time, and he still is technically a member of the group, but he hasn't been seen in the ring with them very often. The Shield, as a unit, hasn't been seen very often ever since they defeated the Falcon Force and caused that group to disband. Now, after that match at Stronk Survivor Series, although the Shield may not have teamed together, we do believe that they have kept in close contact, and as you can see, the Shield is very important to Xander as he represents them with their logo on the back of his trench coat. Despite abandoning the Bullet Club, Xander has still been seen as a fan favorite here in Stronk, but another fan favorite in Kenshi, making his way down to the ring. They've been at each other's throats for quite some time here, and tonight can be the night that Kenshi finally lays this rivalry to rest and proves that he is the greatest.
At 220 pounds, Kenshi.
Welcome, Kenshi. He may not be able to see in the traditional sense, but I'm certain that he still sees a victory for himself here tonight by defeating Xander in the Hell in a Cell. Now, I'm not sure if Kenshi has ever fought in a Hell in a Cell match, so this is going to be very new for him on this episode of Stronge, but I don't think he cares. He has so much raw emotion going into this match. He just wants to destroy Xander. This is the first match back after the Stronk hiatus just ended, and Kenshi wants to make sure that we start off on a good note with Kenshi defeating Xander. Will he be able to do it, or will Xander finally get his revenge and stop this winning spree of Kenshi? We can only find out here on Stronge episode 19, live from Tucson, Arizona. Kenshi is so excited to be here. He was waiting so long for this hiatus to finally end so he could come back and finally fight Xander in the middle of the ring. Starting off this show, the cell is being lowered, Kenshi is ready, he's warming up, and Jeff rings the bell to start the match. And immediately a Hurricane Rana by Xander, dropping Kenshi onto the ground and going straight for a kick into the back, but Kenshi sweeps the leg, and he tries to go for a kick on Xander, but Xander is just too fast, looking for a suplex, but Kenshi is able to reverse it, who successfully lands the suplex. Wonderful, wonderful German suplex, but Xander is able to get up to his feet, and a float over DDT by Kenshi. Successful on Xander. He's picking up Xander. He's really starting to take control of this match, but Xander kicks him in the gut, making sure it doesn't last long. A clothesline into the corner, and he's beginning to stomp, but no, Kenshi reverses it with a nice strike to the chest. He's picking up Xander right now. Who knows how long it's going to be until this cage, this cell, finally comes into play as a weapon, but a good combination by Kenshi. We might not even see this cell come into use, but no, he's not pinning him right now. He's still stomping him. The emotion is too raw. He doesn't want to end this match quickly. He wants to really make Xander feel some pain, but Xander with a kick to the face. Xander's really going to need to change up his strategy here. He's just going to be stomping Kenshi, but Kenshi's already back up on his feet. Kenshi just seems to be a little bit faster than Xander is here tonight, so Xander might need to try to find another way to really get the advantage on Kenshi in this match. Kenshi has been dominating Xander ever since the beginning of the match. We've just started the match, but it already looks like Kenshi kind of has this in the bag, using the ropes to throw Xander behind him. I'm going for the pin already. Maybe I was wrong. No! Xander kicks out. Kenshi really needs to do a bit more damage if he wants to get even close to even a 2 count, and a nice neck breaker by Xander, floating right over Kenshi. And Xander going for a lot of powerful strikes, just dominating him. Oh my god, and a little stomp to the chest, just on top of all that. He's just beating the hell out of Kenshi right now, doing what Xander does best. He fights dirty. He's willing to really get gritty with his strikes. He doesn't fight in any technical sense. But Xander being thrown into the corner by Kenshi now. Kenshi, a trained martial artist. Many different styles here. Oh, and it looks like he might be going for the 402, and he calls it the 402. The move invented by Prodigio, Xander's older brother. He's taken it from him, even though they do not get along, and a Xander salt, but no! Xander goes for the moonsault, but Kenshi's able to get his knees up, and Kenshi, the momentum swings in his favor now. Oh, and the double stomps. That is exactly what Kenshi was looking for, and the knee to the face. He's just really keeping all the pressure on Xander in this match, and a kick to the chest, but no! Xander reverses it. What an amazing technical skill, going right for the pin, a 1 count. Not 2 quite yet. Xander hasn't gotten a lot of offense in on Kenshi yet, so it's going to be difficult for him to get for the pin. But the dropkick on his back was a very good maneuver. And another dropkick. Xander is just nailing these dropkicks on Kenshi, and Kenshi rolls out of the ring trying to escape the onslaught from Xander. Xander up to the top rope. Is he going to jump on Kenshi? No, he decides not to. I think that was for the best. I think he was aware that Kenshi was going to enter the ring, but he just wasn't fast enough to capitalize on Kenshi sliding in the ring. Kenshi was able to take him down and really lock it in, but no, Xander rolls him back, but he's still 2 damaged from that, it looks like. Ooh, right on the jaw. Xander is starting to do some more damage to Kenshi, but Kenshi with a quick strike to the abdomen. An Irish whip going up. What is Kenshi going to do off of this? Oh, and he just let Xander free fall face first onto the center of the canvas. Another Irish whip, and again, letting Xander free fall. Who knows? Are we even going to see the cell come to play? If it happens, it could be here. Kenshi, no, it looks like he might suplex him into the ring, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Xander dropped right in the dead center of the ring here. Kenshi, it looks like he's preparing a big move here, but Xander staggering, trying to get to his feet, just getting enough energy in his body to do so. What's Kenshi thinking here? Oh, and it looks like he's setting up for another combo, what Kenshi does best. He's down on the ground, going for the pin. Could this be it? Could Xander have been defeated by Kenshi? But no, he forces a shoulder up at 2.5. Kenshi might have honestly thought he had that match in the bag, though, but Xander has so much energy inside him. He's able to really keep himself going, even when he takes a lot of damage, but Kenshi has just been dominating this match. Xander looking for a way to get back. What's Xander doing? Oh, Xander might have been trying to pull out his brass knuckles, it looks like, but he knew that it was not the optimal time right there. But even so, it was a good enough distraction, I suppose. I think Kenshi was wondering what was going on, too. And so it distracted Kenshi long enough that Xander can get the momentum in his favor once again. 1, 2, not quite 3. Both men have gotten a 2 count on one another. So we know that this match is coming down to the wire, even though Xander has definitely taken more offense. And a quick elbow drop. That was a bit of a leap. Kenshi was halfway to the other side of the ring, but Xander was still able to nail it. He's pulling out the brass knuckles. Oh, and he misses the strike. Oh, he thought that was optimal, but Xander fails with the strike of his brass knuckles, and Kenshi is able to get out of it. What a powerful kick by Kenshi. And Xander might be out. I think Xander's out. 1, 2, 3. That kick from Kenshi knocked Xander's lights out right away, and Kenshi once again defeating Xander. This is huge. I think Kenshi might have just cemented himself as a main event star. I don't think Xander or any member of the Shield are going to be too happy to see this result, or I'm certain they're not going to want to watch the replay of this match because that was just painful to look at. Xander almost hitting Kenshi with his brass knuckles. I'm certain that would have been the end of the match, but Kenshi was able to reverse it and hit a massive kick to the head of Xander and just took him out with one solid strike. As you can see here, the replay, there was a lot of near falls in this match, but Kenshi was just able to outlast Xander, and he was really able to get in a lot of that early offense, which I think spelled defeat for Xander from the very beginning of his match. Xander came close with those brass knuckles, but Kenshi inevitably had to be the winner of this match. Congratulations, Kenshi, for defeating his rival Xander in the Hell in a Cell here on Stronge episode 19, live from Tucson, Arizona. What is next for Kenshi? What is the next chapter in his journey? Could he win Stronk Rumble 251? Who knows? I do believe that we are looking at a future Stronk World Champion in Kenshi, but only time will tell. And now on to our next match of the evening. We have Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi versus Bonesaw McGraw. Bonesaw and Glueman, both major staples of the Stronge brand. I don't believe they fought each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match, or maybe even in a one-on-one match in the history of Stronk. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm certain this is the first time they fought one-on-one in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, I'm not certain what kind of history these two might have had. I'm not getting many reports backstage of how Glueman and Bonesaw have interacted with each other, but I do believe that they are relatively on the same page. I don't believe that they have any hatred for one another, though I could be wrong. Anything could have really happened backstage, especially during this long hiatus. A lot of things have happened backstage. Lots of friendships ended, new friendships formed. I have no idea what Glueman and Bonesaw might be thinking about one another, but I'm certain that Glueman and 30's Milkman still hate each other with a burning passion. Glueman and 30's Milkman have been in a rivalry for quite some time here on Stronge, and they've just been battling back and forth. Glueman has been definitely more dominant in this feud than 30's Milkman has, but 30's Milkman has gotten in his fair share of good hits against Glueman. But here he comes. Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi, former Boston Celtics player, coming down to the ring. Everyone's favorite superhero, Gabe DeGrossi. A Stronk staple. He's been here since the very beginning. Everybody loves Glueman. I love Glueman, that's for sure. Coming down to the ring, he's really focused on this match. Whatever may be causing this Falls Count Anywhere match to be happening, I know that Glueman, no matter what the conditions may be, puts in 110% effort in every single match he is a part of. And I'm certain that he's going to bring his A-game when it comes to facing Bonesaw. Bonesaw really is looking for one big win to really establish himself. He used to be a pretty common household name and some of the best superstars on Stronge, but it does seem like he's fallen off in recent memory. He has fallen down to the mid-card a little bit, and Glueman, a bona fide main eventer, definitely one of the greatest of all time here in Stronge. If Bonesaw is able to defeat Glueman here on Stronge episode 19, that could be a great step in the right direction, because Bonesaw has many dedicated fans, but he just does not have the match results in recent memory to really compete with any of the main eventers. But if he can beat Glueman, that's something that not a lot of people have been able to do, especially here in Stronk V. So if Bonesaw is able to do it, then that is going to be the talk of the town for quite some time. Bonesaw could get the biggest win of his career right here and start the ball rolling on a new era. An era with Bonesaw as the top star in Stronk. But this is the first step in the right direction. The first step of a very long journey for Bonesaw. For all the Bonesaw fans out there, I'm certain that they're hoping Bonesaw does not stumble taking that first step. But Glueman is a very difficult opponent. So this is going to be a tough challenge to overcome for Bonesaw. But I believe that he is focused enough and he is motivated enough to do it. Bonesaw devoted in his life to being a Stronk champion, a Stronk Hall of Famer, and one of the greatest of all time. Let's see if this match will live on in history as the genesis of Bonesaw. the bell rings and the match begins, and Glueman just pushes Bonesaw over. He wants this to be a quick affair. He just wants to completely dominate Bonesaw in this match. Gonna go for a power slam here, it looks like, and he's bringing him over to the ropes and just drops him down onto the top rope. Bonesaw is already receiving some offense, but a quick reversal, really using that leg to drag Glueman over, and now Bonesaw has momentum. But a quick hip toss from Glueman, and tries to take him down, but a hit to the groin from Bonesaw. That wasn't a very legal maneuver, but I don't think Jeff really cared. A quick back body drop from Glueman onto Bonesaw really took him out, but no, Bonesaw still fighting back. This is a pretty evenly contested match thus far. I can't believe Bonesaw just took down Glueman with that lariat. What a clothesline. And now just quickly kicking the back of Glueman, really trying to soften him up a little bit. Oh, and it looked like he might have been trying to do a headbutt, but Glueman was able to hit with the elbow. Now Glueman picks up Bonesaw, but Bonesaw with a quick reversal and a shoulder tackle. Glueman is on the ground once again. Bonesaw is really trying to keep up that momentum, but no, Glueman, it's hard to really keep Glueman down. Glueman loves to pop back up. He might be a big man, but he's just fast enough and really can capture that momentum good enough to contest with any of the smaller guys on the roster, and that includes Bonesaw. Bonesaw, a really intelligent technical wrestler as well. And oh, he's starting to taunt for the fans. All those Bonesaw fans here in the audience here in Tucson, Arizona are just eating this up. They love to see Bonesaw doing so well, especially against such a tough opponent in Glueman. Bonesaw exits the ring, and he's going to try and pin him on the outside. This is false count anywhere, but no. He's trying to pick him back up. Oh! And a quick elbow drop. And hits to the face, trying to do a quick combo on Glueman, but Glueman was able to back out of the way. But, oh, Bonesaw was able to pick up that combo, but once again, Glueman was able to reverse. But wow, Bonesaw just too fast, trying to chop down the tree trunk-like legs of Glueman, but a quick right by Glueman. And now power slam on the outside. No, oh, backbreaker. That one's devastating, and he sits on him. A very important signature maneuver for Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi, sitting on his opponent. He's using all that body weight to his advantage. A 2 count, but Bonesaw is able to force that shoulder up. See, with only a few strikes, Glueman has already gotten Bonesaw down to the point where he can get a 2 count. That is just how powerful Glueman is, but Bonesaw, ooh, he trips him. A nice drop toe hold, bringing down Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi. And now, things are looking like they're in Bonesaw's favor. Bonesaw throws Glueman back in the ring and he follows him. And Jeff is here, ready for whatever may happen. And Bonesaw's going up to the top rope. Could he be going for his signature elbow drop? It looks like no. No, he's letting Glueman get to his feet. What could he be thinking here? Oh! And a double axe handle. That was a nice maneuver. And another drop toe hold. It looks like Bonesaw just doesn't want Glueman on his feet, which is a very good strategy. 1, 2, and a 2 count. They've traded 2 counts now. Bonesaw just 1 second away from beating Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi and having that wonderful, wonderful moment that he is looking for. A massive moment in his career. He's currently just wrenching the head of Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi, and Glueman just isn't able to get out because, as we know, as I was saying earlier, Bonesaw's a great technical wrestler, but he lets Glueman go with a quick attack. But no, what's he doing here? Oh! Using his fists to just completely drop the big man. Now could he be going for the elbow drop? Yes, he's going for it, but no! Glueman just fast enough to move out of the way of the elbow drop. As you can see, he's just a very fast big man, but oh my god. The swing. The dreaded swing, a formerly banned move in Stronk, recently was made legal once again. And it is insanely dangerous. You don't want to get hit with it. And oh! Oh, that head. That massive, powerful head dropped right into the groin of Bonesaw. Bonesaw is just taking so much damage from so many painful maneuvers. And another headbutt. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the end of Bonesaw's night. Going for the pin is Gabe the Glueman DeGrossi. 2, 3, Glueman wins. Bonesaw really had this at the beginning of the match, but Glueman doing what he does best, withstanding any onslaught of damage and being able to beat whatever opponent may be in his way. And oh, that's 30's Milkman's Titantron and his theme music that's playing. Oh, he's behind him, and a quick, powerful clothesline from Glueman, He was celebrating his victory, but 30's Milkman is not going to allow it. 30's Milkman crashing the party for Glue Man and just causing the celebration to be cut so short. This feud of 30's Milkman and Glue Man continues, and who knows how long it will go on and where it will lead. Only time will tell what's going to happen with 30's Milkman and Glue Man, but I can be certain that this is our main event of Stronge episode 19, Joker versus Mr. Negative, and another Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, Joker and Mr. Negative don't particularly have any beef with one another either, just as our previous Falls Count Anywhere match, but Stronge is really trying to implement a lot more high stakes, more exciting matches, like no disqualification matches, including the Hell in a Cell we saw earlier. Now, just as we saw 30's Milkman attack Glue Man at the end of this match, you gotta wonder if Andrew WK might come to this match and attack Mr. Negative, as they have been a feud for quite some time as well. Who knows if Andrew WK is going to make an appearance here tonight on Stronge. I mean, he is the general manager of Stronge after all, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him show up, especially during this match with Mr. Negative, someone he hates so much, competing in the main event. Now, we're about to find out what's going to happen in this main event, but I'm excited to see. And Mr. Negative already making his way down to the ring, and what did I say? The general manager of Stronge, Andrew WK, quickly raining fists down on Mr. Negative. Here he is. Anyone could have predicted it. Oh, and security's going to have to escort the general manager of Stronge out of the Stronge arena. That's how serious this feud between Andrew WK and Mr. Negative has become. Security still trying to escort him out. Jeff gets back in the ring incredibly quickly somehow, and Joker was just waiting for Mr. Negative to get into the ring, and now the match is still going on. Mr. Negative starting with an uppercut. He has insanely powerful uppercuts. A lot of quick strikes. Mr. Negative is not going to let this attack from Andrew WK put a damper on his night. Mr. Negative has never ever been seen as one of the top stars or even one of the best mid-carders here in Stronk. But Joker, who really made a strong debut for himself, winning a Stronk Rumble and a Stronk World Championship right off the bat, Mr. Negative really wishes he could have had that career, and defeating Joker might be a nice way to substitute for that. I don't think Mr. Negative is really looking to become the Stronge World Champion or even the Stronk World Champion right now. I really think his only goal is to bring shame to Andrew WK and really end his career, honestly, because that feud that they've been building up ever since the beginning of Stronk V has just been so vicious and ruthless and emotional. Now, Mr. Negative, despite the fact he was getting attacked by Andrew WK, you wouldn't even be able to notice it with how much he is just throwing Joker around like he owns the place. Mr. Negative looks like he's at 100% health right now, but Joker able to reverse it, and now they're all back in the ring. Jeff slides under the bottom rope, and a quick kick knocks Mr. Negative down. But Mr. Negative back up to his feet. He's running off of pure adrenaline right now, because although he was attacked by Andrew WK, he is showing no signs of fatigue, and here he goes! A quick flip to knock over Joker, and Joker already needs the ropes to get up to his feet. I don't think he was expecting this from Mr. Negative, but as he's sent over the top rope, Joker slides under the bottom, and he's starting to bring the offense to Mr. Negative. And a quick suplex, it looks like, to the outside, but no, Mr. Negative reverses it into his own suplex onto the concrete. Mr. Negative picks him up. Oh, a quick jab from Mr. Negative. Oh! Another quick arm drag. But no, Mr. Negative and Joker just constantly reversing each other's strikes for a nice little scrap here on the outside. Joker knocked Mr. Negative down. He's bringing him back up to his feet. We'll see if Mr. Negative reverses it at all. But no, it doesn't look like he is. Oh, no! Looks like Joker was going for his signature throw, but Mr. Negative reversed it into a bulldog, and now Mr. Negative might be going for the neutralizer. And he is! The neutralizer, he's got him up! And he hits it onto the concrete. Joker could be out. This could be Mr. Negative's win. Jeff going for the pin right now. 1, 2. Jeff went down to count the pin, but he might have just been a moment too late. Mr. Negative unable to beat Joker there. Joker kicks out at 2.5. Another powerful strike from Mr. Negative, but Joker reverses the second one. A combination from Joker knocks down Mr. Negative, and he immediately gets him back up to his feet. He's really looking to bring it back. Oh, powerful kick to the head. Oh! And his next kick misses, but he was prepared for it and does another quick kick to the head of Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative goes, Irish whip right into the LED post. Going for the pin. from Joker as Mr. Negative. 1, 2, but Joker kicks out once again. I do think this match will probably end on the outside, judging by how much these people are really, really getting scrappy and really using the environment to their advantage. Fighting dirty. Oh, and they're starting to move up the ramp. We might need a spotlight on them if they go any further up. But wait, the quick throw! Oh, and it looks like Mr. Negative's face landed right on the steel. And we got a spotlight on Joker here. Joker looking for this powerful, powerful knee that takes out any foe! And Mr. Negative's out. He's not even moving. 1, 2... No! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Mr. Negative has just kicked out. Mr. Negative kicked out of that powerful knee from Joker. And he's out of the way now. Mr. Negative still in this match. This still could be Mr. Negative's win, but why is he going back in the ring? Wiping some sweat off of his brow. He's taunting. He's saying something. We can't quite hear what he's saying right now, but Mr. Negative, he might be trying to think of a strategy, but right now, Joker was just too fast while Mr. Negative was still thinking. I don't know why Mr. Negative was taking so long to just stand there. But now Mr. Negative in disadvantage right now. Oh, and quick strike, but Mr. Negative quickly getting back up to his feet, showing how much strength he has in him. Oh, a super kick to the head of Mr. Negative. Will it be Joker or Mr. Negative? Who will win the main event? Will this throw be the end of Mr. Negative's night? Uh-oh, it looks like Joker might be ready to win this match right here. Is he going to go for the pin, or is he going to go for the knee? It doesn't matter. Mr. Negative is able to reverse it and get back up to his feet. Now he's picking him up. He might go for the neutralizer one more time. Oh! And a quick clothesline is a reversal from Joker. Joker could be going for it. He hits him with it, and the knee! Just like that, lightning speed, Joker crawls over. Mr. Negative can't kick out of this. And Joker wins the main event of Stronge episode 19. Certainly because of the help of Andrew WK. That's definitely got to factor into it quite a bit. Mr. Negative fought really hard for someone who was starting this match at a disadvantage, but Joker was just too talented and too powerful. And the amount of damage that Andrew WK did to Mr. Negative before this match was just too much for him to win this. Congratulations to Joker. What a great showing from both of these men here in the main event of Stronge episode 19. They both tried their absolute best. Powerful knees from Joker and powerful strikes, including a neutralizer from Mr. Negative, but Joker was just barely able to claim victory here tonight. A great main event, as always, as we see from Stronk. The flagship show, Stronge. What a wonderful ending to this night.
Here is your winner,
The young star
the
Joker
Jester.
defeating Mr. Negative. Who knows what is next in store for Mr. Negative, though, and especially in his feud with Andrew WK. Joker has looked consistent ever since his debut, and I definitely think that he's going to rise to the tops again, sooner rather than later. Congratulations once again, Joker, in winning the main event of Stronge episode 19, live from Tucson, Arizona. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching Stronge.